Hello everyone, my name is Dwayne Fong and welcome to another session of Weekly Review. Now, last week we did a review session on uh, a few photos from different photographers. Now, today we're gonna do something a little bit more different. Now, I pulled up a series of images from a Facebook photography group, okay? And I think this is a very interesting series to work on, right? Now tell me in the comment below, right? Tell me in the comment below. Comment me, comment me if you think that you can do this. Okay? If you think that you can shoot this sort of photos, okay? Comment me and let me know. Okay? So that I know if you can shoot this, then definitely you can improve upon this as well. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is a portrait photo, right? Straightforward. Mm. Okay, now if you look closely at this photo, okay, you can see that there's two light source, one from the left. Okay, how do I know this? By looking at these highlights over here and over here. So I know there is some light coming from the left, okay? And there's one more light source from the right, which is from here. Oh, what's wrong? Okay. Now, how do we know? By looking at these highlights over here, right? So, so very quickly, I'm gonna show you how we can improve this photo. This is not about editing or new equipment or no, nothing like that, okay? We are just gonna do a simple tweak, simple step, just one step to make this photo better, okay? Now let me show you this. Okay, no, I don't want this. Okay, now what's the difference or what are the similarities between these two photos? Okay, now look at this. This photo have these bright spots over here on the right hand side, right? And on the left are the shadows. Okay, so can I say that the light is from the right hand side? Do you agree? The light is from the right hand side, okay? Maybe it's a big window or something like that, but it's from the right, definitely, right? And if you look at this photo on the right, the the main light is from the right hand side as well, okay? So compare these two photos. Is it the same setting? I think it's more or less the same settings, right? One big window on the right, big window on the right. So now just one small adjustment to make before you take this photo, okay? Just turn her face, your subject, to the right, okay? Just turn her to the right like this, right? And turn the face so that her face is facing the main light on the right hand side here, okay? Then you can have this very nice light hitting on her face, just a portion on her face, and the shadows are gonna fall off at the other side, okay? But this is better because you have some highlights coming in from the left, so the lights are gonna highlight the hair this side, right? Okay, do you see this? Do you see how easily we can do this? Turn this photo, okay, into this. There's no extra equipment needed, no editing, no Photoshop, nothing. Okay, just turn your subject, okay, to face the main light. That's all you need to do, right? Okay, right. Okay, so do you get me? Do you get what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, just turn your subject to face the main light and you will get a very nice light hitting on the face. Okay, uh, now let's see what we can improve more. Okay, now this photo, I think there's too much space here that it tells nothing about this person. Okay, doesn't tell any story. So we, I think this should be shot in vertical orientation, right? And I would want to include more of her body over here, right? Just include more to show that, to show what does this person do. Okay, she's wearing an apron, so I'm gonna show more of her apron and more of her body to show what does she do, right? And this space not needed because it doesn't tell any story, it doesn't add on to the story. Okay, now, yeah, you see, just a simple adjustment before you take the shot, okay, will make the difference. There's no need for Photoshop. Okay. Right, let's move on to the next one. And you see, this is the same thing. Okay, you see that the main light, the morning sun, is coming from the left. We can see that because the highlights are over here. Okay, and the right side, okay, is covered in shadows. Okay, so to make this photo interesting, or to correct this photo, just have your subject turn to the camera left to face the main light. Okay, so it's the same example, same as the previous example. Okay, have your subject to face the main light so that you let all these beautiful light to hit her face. Okay, and then another thing to improve is I want to know more about uh, this subject here, the portrait, right? I want to know more about her. Now, because I already know that she's some sort of farmer to sell organic fruits and vegetables and stuff. So I want to include more of her products over here, right? And I probably want her to do something, to just to hold the product or to cut it, to do whatever with her hands, and then I want to show that in the photo as well. So what I would suggest is to include a little bit more of the foreground to tell a story about your subject. Okay, well, because right now this looks halfway done, right? It doesn't tell much, it doesn't do much. So include more of a foreground to help to tell a story about this person that you are taking photo of. And like the previous photo, okay, have your subject turn to face the main light, the sun in this case. It's a very beautiful day. Okay, and well, this might not be very important, but the space here, okay, look out for the space here. This does not do anything, so just crop it off or lower your tilt your camera, okay, so that it doesn't include this space. Right, let's move on to the next one. Let's do this. Okay, so like I said before, include some foreground to tell a story about this person, right? So this is a very good photo, a good portrait at least. Okay, it has the person and then she's doing some action, and there's a foreground element to tell a story about the subject. That's good. Now, if you look at the background over here, okay, it's okay. It's quite clean and tidy, but I think we can improve this. Okay, improve this by lighting up more of the background. Now, how can we do this? I'm assuming that there's a window on the left side over here, right? So we can place a flash, external flash or a studio flash, okay, just flash from outside of this window and point inwards, okay, just point it inwards. So the flash flying in will create a scene like a morning scene, right? So it will be bright, and I think it's more cheerful, more bright, cheerful, clean, okay? Now let me show you an example. Now look at this, okay? This is about the same, right? You have this chef here, you have this foreground here, right? So this is almost there. You have this person as well, right? Now, what do you think? Do you prefer this on the left, or do you prefer this on the right? Now, in my opinion, I would prefer this shot on the right, just because it's a marketing material, right? It's for this series. It's for a marketing material. We should create a uh, more lively photo. So in this photo, this dark background just looks too dull and too dark and a little bit moody, right? So I want to have this bright background so that it feels happy to look at the photo. Okay, now like I said before, just add in a flash, one or two, to fire into the kitchen area, and then the light will bounce around the kitchen and brighten up the scene. Just like this. Okay, very simple, right? You can do this as well, I'm sure. Okay, now there's nothing much I want to say about this photo. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's another one. Okay, now composition wise, I think we can say that we only want this portion of the photo, right? Because this does not tell a story, right? And this does not tell a story either. The main focal point of this photo is all over here. The her products, okay, the subject is holding the strawberries, and a little bit background of the market, right? A little bit background over here. Now if we just take this composition, is it okay? Well, I think it's fine. We do fine, but we can do better. Now nothing much I can tell you about the lighting here, but I think this shot is shot with a wide angle, right? A wide angle lens, because it's including a lot of background here, a lot of clutter over here, background. Okay. Now, how can we maintain this same composition, but we include less of the background? Probably we are gonna only see half of this shelf and half of this. Okay, now let me show you this. Okay, now it's called lens compression. Now take a look at 35 millimeter, right? And you compare this building over here, compare this with a 200 millimeter and this building. Now, which one has more building in it? This, right? 200 millimeter. So a longer focal length with the same composition, right? The full body shot here, full body person here. A longer focal length will include less background, that's lens compression, right? If you take the extreme example here, you see you have the whole building on the right and this building on the left. That's 12 millimeter, very wide angle. Compare that to the 200, you don't even see the left hand side building, right? Just a little bit on this right hand side. So now how can we apply this into this? Now I know for a fact that this is shot in a wide angle lens, right? The photographer said that. So we're gonna maintain this composition over here, but we're gonna use a longer lens, longer focal length, maybe an 85 millimeter or 100. Okay, you're not gonna go until 200 because we have quite a lot of stuff here in front here. So when you use a longer lens, and then you're gonna definitely have to move backwards, right? Because you're shooting with a longer lens. So the end result would be here, this would be your framing, the same framing, but you probably gonna not see this and not see this. So the background here is just a small portion of this. Okay, it's not too much to clutter the background, but yet it's enough to tell a story about your subject, the environment, right? So you can still maintain this composition, have a little bit background to tell a story, and you definitely also uh, will include this her products as well. Okay, so that's how you utilize different focal length, right? So what do you feel up to this point? Do you get something new today? Do you learn something new? I hope you do, because that's the purpose of me doing this. Well, you see, up until now I did not talk about anything about equipment or editing, right? The only equipment related will be the focal length, okay? The focal length that to use in this photo. Now, there's a lot going on other than equipment or camera body or lens. You see, there's lighting, uh, like the one I showed you in the first two example, and then there's composition, also the correct choice, not correct, but a better choice of lens, of focal length to use in this particular photo, right? So I hope today you gain something, and then you can use this new knowledge in your next shoot so you can improve upon it. And that's it for me for today. I'll see you next week.